to Italy, met a friend of my uncle's who was a gelato maker, and he showed me a couple of the basics. This was some nearly 25 odd years ago, and that's really where it all began. That's where the passion started. Now we're approaching our 10th year here in Darlinghurst, and I think a lot of the hard work has started to pay off. At the moment we're doing around about 2,000 litres a week. We're starting to push upwards of a couple of thousand people now a day. Certainly on the Friday, Saturday nights, if the weather's great, yeah, definitely. The one thing that attracted me to Darlinghurst was we have all walks of life in this suburb. And everyone intermingles and interacts with each other. If you do something really well, you get rewarded for it. And that's why in this area you'll see businesses that have been around for 10, 15, 20, even upwards of 30 years. Established businesses that have become virtually institutions. Every single flavour we make has its own unique recipe. We have 40 at any one time. Gelatos are more dense sort of products, so you might only have 15 to 25% air, whereas with ice cream, upwards of 50, 60, 70. The cheaper brands up to 100% air, which means you put a kilo of mixture in and you get 2 litres of ice cream out. You need a little bit of air component, because without some air in your mixture, you don't have a product that's scoopable. It becomes hard as a rock. So a little bit of air is required, but all the industrial sort of ice cream, they're pumping in air artificially. So you need more fat, you need more flavourings, you need more colourings in order to get something out of it when you're adding that much air. With gelato, that's not necessary, because you're only adding about 15% air, so you get to taste the natural product. A good ice cream or a good gelato should have a nice silky texture. It shouldn't be light and fluffy, it should be quite dense, and it shouldn't be full of fluorescent colours, and it should be just a nice matte pale colour. It's a misconception with ice creams and gelato. The brighter it is, the better it is. Basically means colourings, and so you want natural looking products. At the moment, salted caramel, and we made it once as a trial, and we've never been able to take it off the menu. It's now become a permanent. I'd love to show you. Have a look.
We're going to make a caramel first, so this is the salted caramel part. What we've got here is caster sugar.
We're going to aim for an 18% sugar level. So most gelato ranges between 14 on the low side, 20 on the high side. We're going for medium 18. Sugar controls the scoopability of the gelato. If you go on the lower side, you'll end up with a crumblier, fractionally harder product. If you go too high with sugar, you'll get a very sloppy, won't sit up on the cone properly, will melt quite quickly.
So once we've put on our sugar, so as you can see, it's an amber colour, and we're just going to add our cream gradually.
So again, most gelatos range between 4% and 8%. With an 8% butterfat content, we're going to get quite a rich, creamy, dense sort of product. To that, now we add our skim milk powder that helps give the entire recipe some protein. And what protein does is it enables the air to be absorbed by the mixture. Because if you don't have any air, it becomes really hard and not scoopable.
Okay, so I've whisked in all of my skim milk powder. About to add the milk.
Now we add the milk. The milk's 500 grams.
And last but not least, to make it salted caramel, we add the salt. This here is Murray River pink salt. So it's not actually a sea salt, it's a river salt.
We're going to take this product up to 85 degrees and try to cool it down as quickly as possible. The reason why you do this is because you're pasteurizing the product at the same time. Very important process because you're dealing with milk and dairy, and so bacteria can form. Crucial that once you get to your desired temperature that you drop it back down again as quickly as you possibly can and put it straight away in your ice cream machine, and that'll do the rest of the job for you. So now we're going to put it in our churner and press start. The great thing about this Breville ice cream churner is that it's got an automatic setting for gelato, so we just chose the gelato setting. You can do sorbet, frozen yogurt, gelato or ice cream. So for this setting, we're going to choose gelato, and it should take hopefully 15 to 20 minutes. So the great thing about this machine is that it automatically senses the hardness of the type of product you're trying to make. So whether it be frozen yogurt, whether it be gelato, whether it be ice cream, once you put the setting in and the machine reaches that desired temperature, then the machine will shut down and maintain it for you. So there's no need for you to quickly rush back and take it out. It'll just sit there and maintain it at that desired level that you've chosen until you're ready to take it out.
As far as ice cream goes, we like to push the boundaries, so instead of taking inspiration from other gelato makers and other gelatos, we take it from the world of pastry. This comes to us from France. We've done other things such as pavlova, peach melba, and we've just tried to incorporate all the parts of that dessert into a gelato.